Come check out my Airbnb in Seattle. Hey there, welcome in. It's Brennen Clouse. If you don't know anything about me, I worked at Microsoft years ago and I left to start helping people invest in real estate, work with them one-on-one. And today I'm excited to show you what my Airbnb in Seattle looks like. So come on in. One thing that a lot of people don't know is this was actually my very first house that I ever purchased in Seattle. It was $302,000 back in 2015, and I purchased it just a couple years after starting at Microsoft. I had some money set aside to be able to put about 3% down on this home. And so I got into it. My realtor at the time told me, hey, if you don't come in and buy this, I'm gonna send it to another investor and I'm sure they're gonna buy it. So I was super happy to be able to come in and purchase this home. And really, I made it my own. So there are a lot of improvements that I did throughout this home that I'm going to talk you through. First and foremost, in here is the paint color. So obviously I painted it this dark gray color, which I absolutely love. It's a little moody like the Seattle weather, but I actually really love it. I also put in this custom sort of leather couch in the center here and made this a dining area. So this for a while I lived with as a living room, but it really just wasn't functioning. And so I decided to make it sort of more of a lounge spot where you have not only a couch that you can eat around a dining room table, but also you can look and watch TV, some comfortable chairs around as well. And then I made this kind of just like a little nook for extra storage because this is only 780 square feet, but it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So when I bought it, it was actually just 1 bedroom with 2 bathrooms. And so I did some remodeling. So I'll talk you through that as well. So this is kind of the living room primary area. And then this is the kitchen. So in the kitchen here, again, added paint. I painted all of the cabinets with my parents, but kept the countertops the same, changed out the faucet, added some peel and stick tile to the flooring. I really like this because it's super bright. It's nice for people who are coming to stay and living at this Airbnb, which is really great. And it has everything you need. Even though the kitchen is small, people at Airbnbs aren't necessarily cooking a ton. They do want a kitchen, but they're not always cooking a lot. So mini sort of appliances, but totally fine for an Airbnb. And then off the back of the kitchen is actually not only a parking space, but also this nice deck. It's about 10 by 10. And the previous owner actually built this. And so I've had it repainted, but it's an awesome spot to be able to hang out in the summer, especially for Seattle summers. And it gives you a little extra space to enjoy here off the back. This is technically actually a townhome that I bought. There is a small HOA, but it allows Airbnb here. And so I really was attracted to that as someone who thought about this not only as my first home, but a place I could turn into an investment property. The other thing I did in here is put in this little coffee bar, which I absolutely love, a couple stools. This space was always kind of awkward before. There used to be like a bench here that wasn't very functional. And so I thought, what better thing to do than put in a little coffee bar where you could sit and enjoy some coffee. And the other thing up here is the bathroom. So that's the only other part up here. So this bathroom has the washer and dryer. The other units in this complex, there are only 7 units. None of them actually have washer and dryer inside the home. And so this is really unique that it does. So in here, obviously, again, paint, new mirror, medicine cabinet, and light. And then we redid the shower in here as well with new tile and obviously doors. There used to be a tub here, but I knew I just wanted to keep 1 tub for resale value eventually. But really at an Airbnb, unless you have a really nice tub, I don't think it's worth necessarily having one. It's not really a big amenity, but it is an amenity to have the washer and dryer. People can do their laundry here. It makes it great for extended stays as well. And I like how this bathroom turned out. It's a cute little bathroom. When you have more than 2 people staying here, definitely one group can use this bathroom upstairs, and then one group can use the bathroom downstairs, which I'll show you next. Okay, let's head on downstairs and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how this Airbnb performs. So I mentioned that I bought this in 2015 for $302,000. In 2022, this Airbnb did about $35,000 in revenue. It was occupied about 72% of the year, and the average daily rental was $138 per night, per day. Now in 2023, that did go down a little bit, so I do need to make some improvements, which I'm working on now. It was $29,000 in revenue. The occupancy rate was 61%. The average daily rate was about $129, and there were about 28 bookings in 2023. Now this doesn't include when I let like family or friends stay here, or sometimes if I have a direct booking through someone who's already stayed here. So that's a little bit about the numbers and what's happened with this property. Basically, all of that to say is that it does pay for itself. So I see this as a long-term investment, paying down that mortgage every day while we are getting equity in the property. So when I go to sell it, ideally it will sell for much more, and that's really where I'll make the profit. But this year I am focused on trying to make this even more profitable as an Airbnb. So thinking about items to redesign, potentially moving in another bed to host more guests, and giving more amenities to the guests, because that is really what's winning this year with Airbnb as we see increased competition. So we just got downstairs. Now this used to be a bedroom, and actually when I first moved in here, I had a roommate in this bedroom. It was a really kind of awkward setup, but I made it work. Essentially, it was my first house. I needed to pay the bills, so I made it work. So there were two doors in this opening right here, and then there was actually a closet behind this door. So my dad and I ripped out this closet, and now this actually connects to the single bathroom downstairs as well. But the closet used to be behind here, so we took that out. We added in two kind of corner closets from IKEA. And then since I made this into an Airbnb, I've made this a second living room. So if people really do want the living space with a couch, the ability to be able to relax, this is the spot for that. It's kind of a cozy little basement room, although it's at the ground level. And so I really like that. Outside of this, you can obviously go out into the backyard underneath the patio that was there before, but this door isn't really used that much and the couch is in the way, so it's not a big amenity to use here. Now the other thing on this level is the other bedroom. So when I bought this, the stairwell actually, if you can follow, was started up here and came down the opposite way. So it actually came out into this room behind me. This wall was not here. And so this, what we just came down, this used to be the closet underneath the stairwell. So my dad and I, with the help of my mom, ripped out the stairs, and you can actually still see some of the markings on the wall here in the stairwell, and we reversed the direction of the stairs. So they used to go from up here to out right under here where you can see the angled wall. And so we actually reversed those. So they start up there now and come this way. That creates this little hallway. We built in this little nook with shelves as well as a desk. So this is great, like if a guest is working from home. It's also additional storage here, which is really nice in this scenario. So then we were able to put up this wall that you're coming through now, and that basically allowed this to become sort of the primary bedroom. And so you have the great window here in front, and then there's a hallway around here with an additional closet that goes to the bathroom. And so none of this was really a bedroom before, so turned it from one bedroom, two bathroom into two bedroom, two bathroom, which ideally will increase the value, and that's what we're going for here, but also could accommodate more guests. So obviously painted this room. I love the blue, I love the bright colors obviously, and did some design in here to make it look really good. Now when you go around the corner here, there is a little closet. So when we built this wall, we put this closet in as well. It doesn't have a door on it because it is a bit of a tight space. And then you come into what was the bathroom down here. And so you used to go out of the bedroom next door around the living room and into this bathroom. Now this is more of the original bathroom, what the one upstairs looked like. This has not been redone. So it has the tub, the original tile, and then put in these sliding glass doors. Again, new mirror, new light. And then this is where the old bedroom closet used to be right here. So redid this, new flooring as well here to make it a little bit more modern. You know, it's not the most luxurious place, but it's a great place to stay. Super easy, convenient, and nice and clean. And that's what people are really looking for. There you have it, a tour of my very first home in Seattle and my very first Airbnb ever. Hopefully you enjoyed this, learned a little bit about Airbnb. Maybe you found a new place that you might want to stay when you visit Seattle. If you're thinking at all about investing in Airbnb, if you want to become an Airbnb host, or you want to learn more about what it's like to host Airbnb, be sure to click the link below. I'd love to connect with you and talk all about how to operate your short-term rental. Thanks for coming by. See you next time.